Hey, what's up? This is Joe. This video is going to take you on a thrilling motorbike expedition to the harsh and unforgiving island of Negros in the Philippines. From the town of Oslab on Cebu Island, I headed west into the mountains, then boarded a ferry boat which would take me to the city of Dumaguete on the island of Negros. There's a big ass sea turtle. After about an hour-long boat ride, the ferry arrived at the island of Negros. A girl I'd met back in Cebu had told me about a classic Dumaguete restaurant I had to check out. I wasn't expecting much, but was quickly blown away when I saw the menu. Wow, this is my happy place, man. Pasta puttanesca, spaghetti bagnole with clams. That sounds delicious. A lot of Spanish type of stuff. You can get paella here. 7.45 pesos for a portion that serves 2 to 3, not bad. I actually ordered this, which is the callos, which is a Spanish style stew made with tripe, pork, chistorra, which is I think like a type of Spanish sausage, chickpeas, served with buttered French bread. And the prices are not bad. I mean, for that callos is $3.10, which is, you know, right around $6, I guess. I like to find good restaurants when I'm overseas because I could never afford this type of stuff if I found it in the United States. Alrighty, here we go, callos. Oh man, that looks fantastic. There you can see the beef tripe, pork, chickpeas, everything delicious. Got some nice looking crusty French bread with garlic butter. That is absolutely next level good, man. You got a little bit of gaminess off of that tripe. It's rich, complex, meaty, delicious. And here's the gato sans rival. This is made with a type of buttercream icing with ground up cashews. Apparently it's made using some French techniques kind of thing. Looks absolutely beautiful. Sans rival cake. Cheers. Buttery, creamy, unbelievable. Probably one of the top 3 cakes I've ever eaten in my entire life, honestly. I'm not really a big dessert guy. I think a lot of them kind of taste the same. They just kind of taste like sugar. But with the ground up cashews mixed into the buttercream icing, whatever technique it is from French gastronomy that they use, was just absolutely incredible. I mean, you got to come here just to try that cake. just an absolutely gorgeous city. I mean, unlike some other places I've been in this country, although the people have been nice, the scenery, particularly in the cities, hasn't really been spectacular. But there are a lot of tourists here, a lot of foreigners, which is kind of annoying for me, to be honest. You know, you take it for what it is. I mean, you go to a really beautiful place with not much traffic, you're gonna find foreigners. After lunch, I headed to one of the cheaper hotels in the city, located across town and down a narrow alleyway. Almost as soon as I started riding, a heavy rain came pouring down. It was clear from the start that Dumaguete was a serious food city. I hadn't had a decent craft burger since I'd left the US, so I was hopeful after reading the reviews on this place. It's delicious. First burger I've had in a while. Man, that was hands down the best burger that I've had in the entire Philippines. Typically when you get a burger here, the beef tastes a little bit off, a little bit gamey maybe, but that just tasted like excellent quality beef. I'm not really sure what the difference is in the taste. Typically pigs are raised a lot more often than the cows. You see a lot more pork on the menu and not a lot of beef. So yeah, whatever they're doing, that was absolutely fantastic. There was a little bit too much sauce for my taste on the burger. Typically around here, when you get a burger, they tend to really slather it in sauce or mayonnaise or whatever. I'm not a fan. I absolutely hate mayonnaise with a passion. Just for whatever reason, I have almost a phobia against it. But what a treat it is to have a little bite of home, man, on that sesame seed bun. These ladies just made me a fantastic burger, and it looks like they do all their cooking right there. Excellent quality beef. I love the sesame seed bun, good bread. Everything was fantastic. So, daghan salamat.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yes, sir.
It's a totally insane public park, man. This is one thing that I miss when I stay in Cebu, is I love walking, even though my knee's still messed up. I like places with a nice park with cool stuff to look at. Veritas, life, via, vitae. Don't know exactly what that means. It's pretty simple Latin. But yeah, that's the province of Negros official seal. Obviously logging trains. Maybe they've got a train line on this island. There are not really a lot of trains going to a lot of places in the Philippines because there's like over 7,000 plus little islands. But Negros is one of the longer islands, so maybe it does have a train line. Yeah, there we go. So that's the shape of the state of Negros, basically. The tan colored part is the Oriental, which also means Eastern, and the western side is the Occidental. We are in the eastern side where they speak Bisaya, which is good for me because that's the language that I've been focusing on. But yeah, major cities on this one. You got Bacolod in the occidental side, up there, the northwestern side. Then you got Dumaguete is down here. There's a big volcano right there, and Dumaguete is right between that volcano and the ocean. Right now, there's a crazy volcano that's been erupting ever since I've been here. I think even before I got here, they had to evacuate like 11,000 different people. It's Mount Canlaon, I think it's called. Absolutely going crazy, man. And I was thinking about going up there too and kind of checking it out, but after talking to some people, it sounds like that might be kind of ill-advised right now. Alright, so apparently there's a big ass volcano around here. It rises to like 6,000 feet above elevation. I'd say we're pretty much at sea level right now. The ocean's behind me back there. So it's like a 6,000 foot elevation gain in 10 miles. I'll mention before I forget that there'd been a magnitude 5.0 earthquake when I was staying in Dumaguete. Having traveled in the Philippines last year, I was pretty much used to it. For about 20 seconds, it felt as if some giant hand were shaking the building, then it stopped. I never even bothered getting out of my chair. Suddenly the air was filled with the smell of sulfur, and I got the feeling I was in a scene straight out of the apocalypse. This is absolutely crazy, dude. You got all these geothermal vents right here at the bottom of this mountain. The air is full of the smell of sulfur. It's radiating heat, almost like you're kind of in a little oven or something. Pretty trippy. As I made the climb up the volcano, I found myself riding into dense precipitation, the water pouring down the surface of the road in a constant sheet. Wow, this is really interesting. You got sort of a man-made dam here, it looks like, where some of that water's passing through there at kind of a slower rate. Got some absolutely massive bamboo growing right here. That piece right there is a little bit smaller than the size of my thigh, but nevertheless pretty damn huge. This is pretty damn cool. This is a geothermal power plant where they're harnessing all that steam coming off the geothermal vents. The air is very sulfury. There's some more right there. This is a pretty big setup they got out here. All right, I'm absolutely soaking wet, heading back down the mountain, which should be fun because basically this entire road is kind of like a waterfall right now. It's not really being picked up by the video. A friend of mine later told me that on a clear day, the view from up here is nothing short of spectacular. Unfortunately, I'd missed a lot of that due to the dense fog and precipitation. Whoa, dude, this was not here 30 minutes an hour ago. Maybe all that rain and everything else loosened up that hillside, and you had, you know, a pretty substantial rock slide, man. Really happy I wasn't riding under that at the moment it decided to collapse, and for that matter, I hope nobody's under there. Throughout my time in Dumaguete, the Sans Rival Bistro was the one place I kept coming back to. So this is like a Spanish tapas style. These are albondigas. The bread right there. Croquettes of ham and cheese. Unbelievably good quality. A little bit of croquette with ham and cheese. Kind of like a really light, fluffy hush puppy filled with like some gourmet ham and cheese. Fantastic. After a couple more days of riding around Dumaguete, editing videos and getting my fill of Spanish and Filipino food, I hopped on the scooter and headed toward the ferry station. So as always, if you enjoy this video, please hit like and subscribe. And as usual, I've included an optional donate link in the drop box for anybody that might like to contribute to this project. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the road.